There's different ways that you can actually set this up in terms of the display. Because it's got two receivers, it can actually receive two different frequencies at the same time. I prefer to have it on one frequency, which gives you a bigger display. So here we've got it simply displaying the band that's in focus. Two buttons, these two knobs do exactly the same job. So at the moment the arrow here is showing that we're using VFO-A, which is this side. VFO-B is this side. If I press this button, it will switch. The arrow will go across to here to show that we're now on VFO-B. As you can see there, 144/800 for B, 145/500 for A. Equally, we could, if we wanted to, change the band on here. So VFO-A, for instance, could be on 70 centimeters, and then VFO-B could be on 2 meters. As I say, you can have it displaying and receiving both bands simultaneously. It's all in the settings. This blue lead connects to the main unit, which is in the boot. What else? It's on a suction mount, which is kind of like a car phone suction thing that would normally stick on your windscreen. I've got mine stuck on the dash because I think it's neater there. There's lots and lots of settings with this. It's a fairly straightforward radio. I didn't pick up the user manual once, although it does come with the user manual. So literally you can change the settings just by scrolling down. When you get to the certain bit that you want, you just tap on it, and then you can actually, again, going up and down. Okay. What else? Escape. You can change the brightness, you can change the colour of the screen, as you can see there. The orange tends to work best for me because it kind of fits in. No, sorry, green. Green fits in with the colour of the rest of the instruments in the car. You can change the contrast and brightness. I won't go into all the details because you know, this isn't necessarily meant to be an instructional video on how to use the radio or how to program it. It's also got APRS, which basically, let me just see if I can show that to you. I'm not so well clued up on what APRS is, but what it does is it sends out a signal. In its most basic form, you send out a signal in an interval that you set, and literally you can log on to a website, or somebody can log on to a website and see your location. Simple as that. That's what I use it for. I'm sure there's a lot more uses, but it's very, very new to me, and to be honest with you, I'm not that bothered about learning it, to be honest. As you can see, there are certain call signs that have been registered as close to me. Let's have a look. What else can we do on the display? Let's go back. Okay, so on the display, if I press this back button, the display will change. So at the moment we're on VFO-A. Press the back button. So the screen here is basically showing you your latitude and longitude, the speed, because it's got GPS built in as well, altitude. These are kind of not necessarily very accurate, but it's a decent idea. How many satellites it can see. What else? Okay, let's go back again. This is changing the screen, showing the barometric pressure in terms of I don't know what that is, pascals, hectopascals, I don't know. What else can I show you? Compass, so it's showing you your compass heading, which way you're facing. Band button. F button is what does that do? Oh yeah, the functions down the bottom of here, you can see them changing. So F1, so these are the functions for F1, these are the functions for F2, and the functions for F3. So F1, you can change over from the frequency to the memory mode. Okay, so F1, VM mode is either the VFO, so the frequency, or memory. And it will come programmed. It's already programmed up with all the memories. So now we're in memory mode. This is number 200. I think it's got 500 memories. So these are various repeaters around the country. It comes programmed in with all of these, all of the offsets and whatever. Here is the microphone. As you can see, it illuminates. If you want it to illuminate, you can actually turn that off. This is a Yaesu FTM-350AE microphone, and it allows you to control DTMF and direct channel input, and the P buttons are programmable as well. And you'll see on top of the microphone there's also an up and down buttons. So you can actually change the channel without having to touch the radio. And you've also got a lock button on the side, so you can lock it so you don't inadvertently press any of the buttons. And the button below that is for the lamp that turns off the illuminated keys. This is the main unit, which I've got located in my boot. You can see that the connections on the bottom of it is PL259 for the VHF UHF antenna. There's a power lead coming out, which will be fused. It's also got a connection for an external speaker, which will be included, and also the USB cable, this one here, is to connect to your computer to program it, so that's included as well. Coming out of the top, there's two cables. One goes off to the microphone, which is at the front of the car, and the other one goes off to the head unit, which is also at the front of the car, and I'll let you have a look at those now. It comes fully boxed, and it includes the manual. As you can see, quite a comprehensive manual, guarantee certificates, even the APRS manual, a bag of nuts and stuff, an adapter cable. Don't quite know what that is for, but I'm sure it says it in the instructions. What else have we got in here? Self-adhesive sticky pads, and also this. So just to show you what this is, it's actually got the GPS antenna fitted to it. As you can see there, the price was $64.96, so that's included. You've seen the microphone, you've seen the radio. Obviously when I send it, it will be fully boxed with all of the cables to run through your car. So there you go.